Caught me. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Latte with Lynda. Monday morning, and I'm going to wish you all a happy new year. I saw something on somebody's story this morning, and it said something like, is it okay to celebrate New Year on Monday? As in, because it's to do with New Year's resolutions. And everyone says, I'm going to start on New Year's Day, blah, blah, blah. And they always say, oh, no, start Monday. So it just made me laugh. So I think it's okay. I'm going to give you permission to celebrate your New Year's Day today. In fact, different traditions, their year starts at a different point. So there's always an opportunity. In fact, there is always an opportunity to start your day again from scratch. And you can have that as your New Year Day, if you wish, or New Year's Day. So remember, every day is another great day to start again from scratch. Have you done your affirmations? Are you still doing your mirror work? So what was I going to talk to you about today? I think it's that really. And it's about, we do put pressure on ourselves to do things. And I would suggest you get an accountability partner. Do you know, I'm so wrapped up, suddenly the heat is upon me. So just take that off, throw it to one side. Oops, never mind. You don't need to see the chaos here. So I think get yourself an accountability partner or create some kind of accountability. And I'll tell you for why, as they say. Today, for me, was my 51st 7-minute workout. Now, 51, that's just loads. I don't know how many hours that is because I've got to do this. I haven't done the sums on that. Let's see. 5, 6 to 30, 300. And no, it's going to be more than 307 minutes, something like that. I've just made up some crazy sum there. That doesn't even sound like it makes sense, does it? Do not pay attention to those numbers because it is more than that. I know it's more than that because it was 322 the other day. The point is, I broke it down into something that was manageable and achievable. So it's 7 minutes, and it's easy to find 7 minutes. So there's a little trick. You tell yourself it's easy. The more you say that, the more it becomes true. For example, one of the exercises I do is high knees. For the first 2 weeks, so with the high knees, you're kind of jogging on the spot, but you're bringing your knees up as high as you can. Anybody who's a runner, done any kind of running, will know what that is. And for the first few weeks, in fact, still, as soon as I start to do it, there's something in me that has resistance. However, and for the first couple of weeks I was doing it, I said, I hate this. And it was such a struggle that I actually couldn't do them. And I had to just march on the spot for at least 20 seconds, and then for the final 10 I would do a bit more movement. So over time I increased to be doing more and more and more until eventually I started to do the whole thing for the full 30 seconds. But in order to do that, the way I did that was that mindset shift of actually simply saying, I like this exercise, I love this exercise. This exercise is so good for me. And then I was just aware one day that we beep 30 seconds and then beep the countdown. It had finished and it had gone so quickly. And it was almost like there was no resistance. There was absolutely no resistance to it whatsoever. So it was easy and it was amazing. And so I keep doing that now. And so this is what I invite you to do, is to really think about what you're saying. Because often people are saying, I'm really, really busy, I've got no time, it's full, and blah, 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 blah. And they are creating overwhelm for themselves. Because that's what, you say it and that's what you become. So if you say that something is easy and it's flowing, and start to look at it from that point of view, I promise you it will make a massive difference to what you do. So I'm starting a few challenges actually. So I've been following Dr. Mindy Peltz, or actually I haven't been following her. but I have been aware of her. I'm very interested in what she does, and she does fasting. And what's really important is that she takes it from the woman's point of view. So her books are Fast Like a Girl and things like that, those kinds of titles, which is really important because when I've been looking at this fasting, it's very much done on on circadian rhythms. Circadian rhythms are very masculine. They're based on a 24-hour cycle. So it doesn't account for how a woman's cycle works. So that is why I've chosen Mindy as my guide for this. So I'm going to do a 3-day water fast and see how it goes. And I thought, that could be something that I introduced because it's very good for cleansing, for clearing, for allowing you to heal, and particularly the gut, especially after the excesses of 2024, the end of 2024, and the beginning of 2025. So this is one thing I'm going to do. The other thing is, I have, I've been talking about letting go, and I've got my card, and I'm going to tell you now, I still haven't done I haven't started that journal. I bought the book, got very excited, haven't done anything in that book apart from I created a title and then I used the book for something completely different, the actual exercise book, not actually opened up the journaling book guide. However, what I'm going to do, so I'm reading. You see my, if you look at my post today, the books are already on there. When I say reading, these books I'm actually listening to, audiobooks. And the reason I did that was because other people that I follow and watch and like what they do, because they're literally, I think it's literally down to speaking on the same level, speaking on the same frequency, because you're not ready to listen until you're ready to hear. And it has to be, and I really do believe it's to do with it's almost like animals, like you know how dogs, dog whistles, we can't hear them because it's a completely different frequency, but dogs can hear them. It's that kind of thing. And sometimes, so when I taught in higher education, I used to notice that we would say things, and then somebody would come in to speak, and they would be like half our age, and the students would hear, and I think, hang on a minute, but I've literally have said those words, but they didn't hear, but they heard it from this other person. So I really believed it was like a connection, a frequency that they were just hearing on, that we weren't at, and for that reason I'm out. So I've gone off on a tangent. So I am reading at the moment, or listening to, Ask and It Is Given. In fact, I listened to that day before yesterday. I'm now on The Processes, which is book 2. And I picked it up because, as you know, I'm on my letting go journey. And what Esther, Jerry, Abraham Hicks talk about is allowing. So this is why I was talking about the frequency, because the letting go is still a challenge. So I'm looking for a way to let go, and so what they do, it seems to work for me. So then I'll be able to let go, because they do it in a way that works for me. So I am on book 2, which is the processes, and it's basically processes of letting go or allowing. And one of them is about your thoughts. As you know, I like to work on thoughts, and it's a really, really good exercise. And it's basically, so I'm going to do it as a 30-day challenge. I haven't worked out the details of it, but I'm going to start today anyway. I'll figure it out. And it's all about changing your thoughts. So Esther always says, Esther, Abraham, Jerry, find a better feeling thought. So that's the plan, is to, and you basically can go through the thoughts that you have. You don't have to do all, but you can find one thought, go through it from the start. I can't even think of an example, but she does it very well. This is what I've got to figure out. But you start with your thought, and then you find a better thought that's related to that thought, and you keep going until improving until you get to a place where the final thought that you have is one of appreciation and gratitude, and really wholesome and empowering and uplifting. So that's what I plan to do. And what they say is that over 30 days, you can literally change your vibrations. Now, this is... actually, what I realise is the book is about manifestation, but this is more about you. And it's about connecting with the true you and who you really are. So that is what I'm going to do 30 days. And what is interesting about the book is they have levels of emotional something or other, emotions, and the guidance. So I looked at them, and you do look at them, because what you will notice, or you may notice, but what I noticed was that the high level ones, the ones at the top, this is where you're aiming for love and enthusiasm and joy and all of those things, is what I was as a child. And it's probably, I suspect, what you were as well. And that is your essence. And so that is what I am aiming to embody, to make sure that that is who I am, back to who I am. So this is Warrior Queen 2.0 in the becoming, because we're always becoming. There is no end product. It's a process. It's a process of evolution and change. So Soul Tribe, let's pull a card. I've got, so I've had a productive day. So as I say, today was exercise workout number 51. Again, this is a project. So what I'm doing now is I'm doing stuff, and I'm just seeing where it takes me to. Put out those whispers. One of the things they suggest is you say, wouldn't it be nice if? Wouldn't it be nice if I could create something really wonderful from my daily 7-minute workout routine? There. Wouldn't it be nice? So here we go. Let's look at the cards. And it always happens. It always happens. And this is the thing. Say it. Say it. Say it. Speak it into existence. So this was a dream that I had last year. And it said, speak things into existence. And the words just resonate. The new one is, the answer is in the contrast. I have no idea what that means yet, but I'm working on it. I'm feeling into it. And so it's almost like a new mantra I have. The answer is in the contrast, and it is. You're looking for joy, and you'll know joy when you've felt the pain. Maybe. Right, so the basic rule of the psychic universe is that like attracts like. So that is really interesting. And I love how, have you noticed that every time I'm talking about something, because I talk about attraction and all of that, that I pick a card and it's always relevant. What it says on the other side. Similarly, love promotes love. And this is what I always say. You know, if you love you, it's going to just, it's like a ripple effect. It's contagious. So that the person who has let go of a lot of inner negativity is surrounded by loving thoughts. There you go. So that this literally, it's like the universe has said, yes, I hear you. Read this card, because what you're doing, yes, you're in the right direction. Loving events, loving people, and loving pets. So let me say that again. Similarly, love promotes love, so that the person who has let go of a lot of inner negativity is surrounded by loving thoughts, loving events, loving people and loving pets. Isn't that amazing? The basic rule of the psychic universe is that like attracts like. What is it that you are looking for? What is your desire? And again, it comes down to who you are becoming, who you are being. And think about who you are becoming, because I think that is easier. It's easier to become because it's a process and it's ongoing and it's evolution, rather than say, I'm going to be this way. Think about it as a process, as something that you're stepping into, and make it joyful, make it playful. Oh, that reminds me, I was just telling you about yesterday. So, as I said, one of the things to do is to say, wouldn't it be nice if? So I said, wouldn't it be nice if my Inferno Hot Pilates class was nice and busy? And well, I got there and people just kept coming and coming and coming. I thought, well, and most of them I didn't recognise, but there were some who I did recognise. And, do you know, they were just the sweetest thing. And it really is. See where in your life you can make it playful. Because when you make it playful, you make it joyful. And it really is about stepping into that child that you were, that had the fun, didn't judge themselves, didn't worry about what other people thought, because they were just having a good old time. And it was like that yesterday. Some of them took a bit of time to warm up, but they did. And do you know what? I had to Google. I had a look at one of the people, and she's an actor. And I thought, oh, very nice. Because, you know, and there I am in the class. This is me in the class. I said, I put on, what is it? Defying Gravity. Oh, no, The Witch is Dead. What's that one? No, Bob Mourns the Wicked. And it comes off, da, da. And so I throw out my arms. And they just look, you know. And I give a performance, you know how it is. And I said, you never know, I might be discovered. Say it enough and it'll become true. The next thing, everybody, because I've already told them all, that we're taking the class to Broadway. We're skipping the West End. They can get second dibs. Say it enough and it becomes true. So the whole point I'm trying to talk about is about how I make the classes fun. So we have a good time, we have a good laugh. Worst case scenario, you laugh. And when you laugh, you actually work. 3 things happen. You work your abdominal muscles, you burn calories, and remember the psychological impact, the transition. Hello, Mona. Good morning. That impact of what happens when you laugh and what it does to the brain. Same thing as chocolate. Calorie-free laughing, or calorie-free chocolate. That's what it is. So this is what we do in the class. And at the end of the class, there were 3 girls on the front row. And they were holding hands. It was the sweetest thing. So they're lying in Savasana. So if you're not familiar with yoga, or it's literally just lying on your back, arms by your sides, eyes closed. And there they were, 3 of them in a row, holding hands. It was the sweetest thing. Sweetest thing. Holding hands in their Savasana. I've never seen it before. It was beautiful. And then at the end of the class, I said, oh, it was so beautiful. It was very, very sweet. And she's one of the women, the one in the middle, she said, I was crying. Bless her heart. I said, you just let it out. So you never know where these classes are going to take you. Even my Inferno Hot Pilates class has brought people to tears. One person once lost a toe nail. I always whisper the nail because then it makes people more conscious about what they're doing with the weights, throwing them around. He dropped a 5 kilogram weight on his big toe. Never saw him again. In my class anyway. Traumatised he was. So I can't remember why I said that. But it felt relevant at the time. You know me, it comes out. When it's out, it's out. Whatever comes out, comes out. This is my motto. Make meaning of it. Maybe scroll back to what I was saying so it makes sense, and we'll all figure that out. But I have no idea why I mentioned that guy and his toenail. Can't remember. But we have a good time. We have a good laugh, and this is the important thing. Sense of play, sense of fun. Take that into every area of your life. Maybe that is your intention for 2025, to make it fun, to make it play, so that you can have the joy and the love and the laughter. Because I tell you, when you're laughing, there's nothing better. Talking of laughing, so I'm going round and round here, aren't I? I was on my way out. I was on my way to say goodbye. So yesterday I decided to put the TV on, and I watched Black Panther, which was fabulous. I still haven't seen number 2. Something to look forward to. And then I decided that I wanted to watch like a crime drama, but not like a soft crime drama. So I chose Death in Paradise, the very first series. Absolutely brilliant. It is so funny. It is so good. Ben Miller, I messaged him. It's probably, he won't have seen the message, but it was brilliant. Absolutely acting. Everybody was absolutely brilliant, and it was just good. Highly recommend going back and watching it. And I think there's 10 seasons, so there's plenty to get through if you've not seen this, Death in Paradise. But it really made me think about the Caribbean and holidays and freedom and sun and all of those kinds of things. So it's all great. Right, Soul Tribe. I've gone on and on. My nose is blocked up, so I'm hoping actually with this 3-day water fast, I can't remember if I even told you about it. I know I started telling you about it at the start, but I went off, didn't I? That will help, with the cleansing of the nostrils, the gut, all of that, any kind of inflammation, because this is clearly inflammation here. One more thing. I'm just looking for something that I can hold. I don't have anything. And pretend it's an award. A Purdian fig bottle. Demi Moore has won her first ever award. She said she's been in the industry for more than 45 years. Isn't that wonderful? And that, I thought, was really uplifting, because, again, just because it hasn't happened yet. This is what you want to remember. So I will continue to work through my acceptance speech because there's plenty of time. Soul Tribe. On that note, thank you so much for joining me. I see you, I hear you, I feel you, I get you, I've got you, I love you. Have a fantastic day. Send in lots of love. Remember, do the thing. Do it now. Bye.